guys, my name is Christine and welcome back to the channel and today's episode of Vlogust. Now, I know that you guys love the cooking videos. I know you do. And I wish I could do cooking videos for you every single day. However, my family can only eat so much food. So I have had to supplement the cooking videos with some other styles, and I hope you've been enjoying that. But in today's video, I am going to have 3 dinners for you. So a little what's for dinner here at our house, a couple of things that we've had for the last couple of days, so you guys can see more cooking footage because I know that's your favorite. And don't worry, I am currently working on my next extreme grocery budget challenge video. They take a very long time to film, so I'm currently filming that one. It should be out next week, hopefully, if all goes well. Before we jump to the cooking, be sure and like today's video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do that now so you don't miss any of the future videos that I do. Let's get cooking. Dinner number 1 is going to be a scallop pasta dish. Now, these are bay scallops, and sea scallops are better than those, but here in Idaho, we can't really get the freshest seafood. And don't you guys worry, I did get rid of that pot and I got a better pasta pot, like draining pot, so no worries anymore. These are my garden green beans. Aren't they beautiful? I love those like purple and yellow green beans. And then in this other pot, heavily salted water, we're gonna cook some linguine for our sauce. So I took the scallops out of the pan and I sauteed a bunch of garlic in butter. Garlic and butter is like my favorite thing ever. It smells amazing. If you want to smell like a legit cook, just chop up a whole ton of garlic and saute it in butter. Oh my gosh. And then chop in all of your garden fresh tomatoes at this point. Any kind of tomato works, cherry tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes. It's all good until they get nice and simmery and saucy. Then I added some chicken stock and a big white brick of cheese. Okay, it's cream cheese. And it does take a while. It was not as soft as I wanted it to be. It would be better if it were not cold, like mine was, as you'll see in like 2 seconds. But yeah, you see how the cream cheese like didn't melt all the way, you know what I mean? And then there's some fresh basil in there as well. So I used my little pasta stirrer guy to stir it all around and then put some chives on top. Look how beautiful it is. This is a massive bowl. I think this was about 18 ounces of dry pasta, so it made a ton for my family. There's the side of green beans, and I did some sourdough toast on the side. Dinner number 2 were these steak and rice bowls, like ponzu steak and rice bowls. So this is actually strip steak, even though it kind of looks like ground beef there. I'm not really sure why. And I sauteed a ton of bell peppers and onions. Bell peppers are from my garden. If you guys haven't seen my garden video, I'll leave that down below. And then I made a sauce out of soy sauce, ponzu sauce, crushed red pepper flake, garlic, and sesame oil. I had a phone call right in the middle of like finishing up the filming of this, so I am so sorry, but I didn't get a shot of the finished meal plan of the finished bowl, but I do have quite a bit of leftovers. I'd say 4 servings of leftovers. So I made these little rice bowls out of these meal prep containers that I found at, I think, Sam's Club. So Dave can take these to lunch, and then Haley has also been really liking these as well, these little individual prep guys. So that's that's that meal. Sorry about that. Last dinner was another seafood night. I'm not really sure how that happened. So I hope I'm saying this right, Barramundi fillets. It's a white fish that I believe hails from Australia. Please don't come at me if I'm wrong. I'm totally like guessing off the top of my head right now. I just salted and peppered those with some little seasoning that I had gotten in a meal box kit. And here are some green beans in my OXO salad spinner. I'm just like giving them a really, really good rinse for about 15 minutes to make sure I got all the dirt off of those. And then I had to put the green beans in my air fryer. I love vegetables in my air fryer. If I had 2 air fryers, I would have also cooked the potatoes in one. Green beans in one, potatoes in the other. But as I only have one, I decided to put my potatoes in the oven. So I have several Yukon Gold potatoes here, some oil, salt, pepper, paprika, and garlic powder. It gives it a really nice like smoky flavor. And look at this cool little garlic pressy thingy. So I checked my P.O. box today and I found this little fun garlic press because apparently you guys think I need a garlic press in my life. So I thought it was pretty cool, although the chunks of garlic were quite large. And since they were for this sauce right here, they were pretty big for a sauce. I would have liked a smaller chunked garlic in like raw like this, maybe with my microplane instead of the little crusher guy. But you could if you're gonna cook the garlic, I think it would work completely fine. It was actually pretty cool. It just zhink really, really nicely and easy to clean. And then I pan fried or like pan seared all of my fish, skin side down first to get it super, super crispy, really high flame. I cooked mine in bacon fat today. If you guys have not been cooking your meat in bacon fat, I highly recommend it. And then here is the finished plate with the green beans, the little parsley chimichurri garlic sauce, and the roasted potatoes. Huge hit. What I love about my family is most of them eat pretty much everything. And so when I made the fish dinner, Ryan's like, oh, Mom, what's for dinner? Is it fish? I smell it. I love fish. And he was trying to eat the skin, and it's like really hard to break into bites. It's like, Mom, how do I eat this skin? I was like, oh, you can just peel it off. You don't need to eat it. So he peels it off in one big section, rolls it up, and shoves the whole thing in his mouth. Chews for a bit, and then swallows it. He's like, okay, Mom, I swallowed all the skin. It's all gone. I want to show you something and then talk about something really quick. So the first thing I want to show you is I went to my P.O. box and I got two things. One of them I showed in the video, which was the little garlic press. And the other one is from Dawn, and they are pasta serving with googly eyes. Fun fact, googly eyes are about one of my favorite things ever. I just think they're really hilarious. Look at him. It's like... They call them pasta monsters. Oh my gosh, this made my day. This is so funny. This is so funny. And so Haley saw it and she's like, well, we gotta make pasta now. Oh my gosh, I love it. Dawn, thank you so much. So that's gonna join the family. Little monster googly eyes serving spoons. The last thing I want to talk about in today's video is a very recent video that I did about our house updates. I had a couple of comments, not too many, but a couple that was like, oh, I thought you were doing your house to sell instead of just to live in. So just to clarify, yes, we are updating the house to better serve our needs, not moving. We have considered moving, maybe to find a house that works a little bit better, but here's the problem. The housing market has gone up a lot, so our house is worth significantly more than we bought it for. Yay! Like, that's fantastic. But the town I live in, there's not a lot for sale. The housing market is hot, which means things sell like this, and there's not very many of them. So if I were to sell my house, where would I go? I gotta buy something else. And there's nothing I want to live in. Anything I would want to live in is way out of my price range. Unnecessary, I guess. I don't see the point of moving. I did find one house that was pretty spectacular and I was like, wow, this is like, I would live in this house. But it's 30 minutes away, and when you have ridden your bike to work because you live 1 mile from your work for like 6 years, moving to a 30-minute commute in a car is definitely not as much fun, especially in the snow. I don't know that I want to make Dave do the commute again because we did it for so long before. I really love the convenience of being like right here. It's really easy. So we are making some little changes here and there with the kids' bedrooms downstairs. If you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out. I will have a couple more updates coming up. We were lucky enough to live in a low cost of living area, so homes even now aren't that expensive compared to a lot of areas. I do have a large house. It is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house. I know it's quite big. It has a full basement, so I had a couple questions about like what the metal was outside the windows in the basement. So it's underground. The basement's underground, and the metal is to hold all the dirt back from coming into your house. It's just the way they do it if you're not used to basements. Really, really common in Idaho. Most people have basements around here. We never had basements in Texas or North Carolina. It just didn't work. But here in Idaho, they're pretty common. They're a really easy way to add square footage to your house for not that much money because you just dig down instead of building up. So it's a lot cheaper to do a basement than to do a 2-story house. Anyway, that's probably more than you ever wanted to know about my house and where I live and basement. But yeah, I mean, I like to look at houses. I like houses. I thought about being a realtor or a real estate, or I don't know what the right phrasing is for that, just because I like houses. I like to look at them. I like to see how they're laid out. I like the decorations. Nothing out there is tempting to me. That is enough of that after chat. I hope you guys will come back tomorrow. I have a spectacular back to school haul, beyond epic. So much stuff. Amazon, Walmart, Costco clearance. It's gonna be amazing. So check back in tomorrow for that video, and I'll see you then.